our victories, however small. But this one's a really big one, and we're going to be setting the tone for what's more to come. So thank you all for being here. My name is Darlene Lombos. I'm the Secretary-Treasurer of the Greater Boston Labor Council, and we represent over 100,000 union members and their families in Greater Boston. We're so proud. I'm so proud to be able to demonstrate. So we are here to celebrate a home child care educator, Anna Sula. She is a leader in her union, SEIU 509. She decided to step up at a time when childcare is so needed, start her own childcare center, and make sure her union sisters and brothers and siblings have a safe and loving place for their children to grow and thrive while they are at work, even during the early hours of 5 a.m. That's the new innovative child care pilot that Community Labor United's Care That Works Coalition has been anchoring, and who so many of you here today have been supporting and investing in. So you are going to hear from some of those incredible individuals and organizations who played a major role in helping us get to this point of the first and only child care center headed up by a union member who will be providing care for union members and their families during non-standard work hours. But to keep the program tight, of course, that's me, not everyone who made today possible will be able to speak today. So you know I gotta do a few shout-outs, alright? To the Boston Building Trades unions that fight every day for project labor agreements that include things like child care and apprenticeship programs, and make sure women and people of color have the resources they need to have a career in the trades, we thank you. To Trin Lynn from the Mayor's Office of Worker Empowerment, and Kristen McSwain from the Mayor's Office of Early Childhood, and of course Mayor Wu herself, for their tireless advocacy for all workers and their families, and for putting their money where their mouth is by investing in this work. We thank you. To the foundations and other funders like Schott Foundation, Boston Children's Hospital, and Boston Medical Center, who understand the connections between unions and communities and how important it is to invest in these kinds of partnerships. We thank you. And to the electeds who are here today, like Councilors Julia Mejia and Ruth Susan, and our newest, John Fitzgerald, good to have you. They've really been with us along the way, who believe in the power of workers and the power of unions to make concrete changes for the communities we live in. We thank you. So thank you for all of you for being here, for investing in us and investing in our partners, for standing with us to fight for a new child care system that works for all of us. Because when we fight, we win! When we fight, we win! When we fight, we win! Alright, so now I have the honor of introducing one of the very first supporters of this work, back when she was a Boston City Councilor. She was pushing for more resources and choices for child care, and finding ways to disrupt the age-old child care system that just doesn't work for our communities anymore. In DC, she's fighting for even more federal resources for social infrastructure that we all know is needed for our communities to grow and thrive. And what I love most about this dear sister of mine is that she leads with integrity, with this incredible balance of confidence and humility, always going back to her roots and her people to ground her, to teach her, while also making sure she inspires us to do more, be more, and step into her power like she always is. Please welcome Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley.
First, I just want to say thank you to Darlene. She's a visionary leader. She has been a disruptor of the status quo in the best kind of way. She actively listens And she is a reminder every day that organized power is realized power. So let's thank our president here, our leader. And like her, I also want to keep the program tight. But I do also want to do my best as I can along the way to name those who've been critical to this happening, because I don't want there to be any erasure in the narrative here, because moments like this don't just happen. They are made possible through indefatigable efforts, through a lot of personal sacrifice, and as is proven here today, by working collaboratively. Care That Works was founded by Brookview House, Building Pathways, Policy Group on Tradeswomen's Issues, SEIU 509, Community Labor United, New England United for Justice, UAW, La Colaborativa, and IBEW 103. So it is so good to be here, to be in community with all of you problem solvers, you movement builders, my sisters in solidarity and colleagues at every level of government, and great community leaders like Ann. Talk about walking with humility but moving powerfully. And we are so grateful. Thank you for pouring your love, your sweat, your tears into making this center a reality, and for centering families like yours that have struggled to find childcare that fits their needs. In many ways, this is a full circle moment. Darlene was referencing it. So I've been in Congress now for 5 years, but for 8 years I served on the Boston City Council. And I was the founder and chair of the Committee on Healthy Women, Families, and Communities. And one of the things that I did as chair with that committee was a listening tour throughout the city of Boston on the issue of childcare. And it was at one of those community hearings that I first became educated about the need to have childcare that served those with non-traditional work hours. That listening tour on our early education and care system was within City Councilors Michelle Wu, Anissa Sabi-George, and Andrea Campbell. And again, my specific focus coming out of that was families with non-traditional work hours. And today, here we are to cut a ribbon on a project that both highlights how hard it is to match this growing need with the dedicated teachers who care for our kids, and demonstrates what is possible when we work together, both inside and outside of government, to use our constituents' lived experiences and their expertise to craft a solution. Y'all are tired of me saying it, but I'm not tired of practicing it. Cooperative governing. The people closest to the pain should be the closest to the power, driving and informing the policy makers. So childcare. First I was cold, then I was hot. Hello, menopause. Okay. All right. So childcare is critical for our children to be exposed to their peers and to practice the skills they will need to be lifelong learners. And our families need the peace of mind that while they're working, regardless of when their shift starts, that their child is in a safe and nurturing environment, one that is filled with love. And I'm so proud today to show that we can make care accessible. We can care for our workers that have made this profession their life's work. The fact that child care workers do the important work of brain building, of setting our babies on a pathway and a trajectory that will determine every single outcome. And so many of our child care workers are pouring into our babies and cannot take care of their own. That is unjust, unconscionable, and we have got to continue to reject these binary choices. We can bring down the cost of care and pay a living wage. And we can serve every family model. The collaboration between Kiddies Corner, Boston Medical Center, the City of Boston, and Care That Works will transform countless lives, support union parents who work in the trades, and help our babies to thrive. Because they are truly all our babies. And it is exactly this type of cooperative, innovative investment in early education that our communities need, and what I'll continue to fight for in Congress. The White House has made a request of $16 billion in this supplemental for child care, and I will be fighting to make sure that my colleagues across the aisle don't obstruct these meaningful investments that are critical to the stabilization of our families and our workforce. Again, thank you to the entire coalition, to Darlene, Lindsay, and the entire Care That Works team for rolling up your sleeves, for inviting folks into the conversation to drive lasting policy change. And thank you to my sisters in service, holding it down, Countess Mejia and Louis Jean, our partners at the BMC and City of Boston, one more time, and once again to Ann Asula for leading with love. Love is a verb, and thank you for practicing it every single day. This is a great day for this center and the countless lives that it will touch. A reminder that we have more work to do to ensure this level of care and joy is available for every family in the Massachusetts 7th and across our Commonwealth. So I can't wait for the ribbon cutting, y'all. All right. Should I introduce the next person? Okay, all right. All right. Thank you, everyone.
When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. And that's the energy we want to carry today, y'all. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to just say a major thank you. You know, I love our Congresswoman and hate having to go after her. So let's give it up one more time, right? Because this is a sister that is constantly showing us what leading with real love and bold action means every day. So thank you, Congresswoman Preston. My name's Mimi Ramos. I'm the Executive Director with New England United for Justice. We're one of the grassroots partners here in Dorchester, Mattapian, and Roxbury. We are also a very proud member of the Care That Works Coalition, convened by Community and Labor United and many of our partners. Today is a very special moment. For many of our partners who are here coming together, this is about how our dreams, strategies, and our organizing can impact our communities and bring tangible solutions to our neighborhoods. This is how we continue to build people power, collective power between community and labor, and then Asula, we could not be here without your hard work. The Care That Works Coalition began many, many years ago when we made a decision to investigate the issues impacting the lives of women. CLU began research around different campaigns and issues, and it's to no surprise, y'all, that over 80% of families living in poverty here in Boston were led by single mothers. Women who were leading their homes, workplaces, and their communities. Two of the biggest barriers that we learn and that we know because we live and survive every day is childcare and the issue of housing. And we unfortunately know that these are core issues that impact primarily Black and brown women and working class women in our neighborhoods. The long-term vision in our efforts is to live in a world in which universal child care is real. Let's not forget the long-term strategy. Parents deserve quality, affordable, and accessible child care, and caregivers deserve to be seen and recognized for their work and their labor of love. We are organizing towards the long-term dream and creating wins, as Darlene said, along the way. Today is one of many victories for childcare, and I am so excited to stand alongside of you because we have a strong Black woman with a vision, who was bold, who took her heart in love in action here in Mattapian. Let's give it up for Mattapian, y'all. Right? And we are very excited for Kitty Corner to be a part of the solutions on how we can think about child care in a different way. We must continue to stand together around housing, child care, good jobs, because these are pathways on how we build a strong and thriving city of Boston. This is our moment This is our opportunity, and this is something that I know many of our New England United for Justice members stand for. So I am very excited to be here with all of you. Let's give it up one more time, y'all, for Kitty Corner. We got a lot of work to do. This is the beginning of many. And I also have the honor today to introduce someone and a whole team of another set of powerful women here in our communities who got together and said, let's get creative around how we resource, support community vision. So we are very proud to be a part of the BOSS Collaborative. It's an initiative from the Boston Medical Center. And I am very proud to introduce Megan Sandell, who is a pediatrician who's been very outspoken and bold in her energy and commitments to community. So please let's give it up for Megan Sandell, y'all.
Well, I just want to join in congratulating Ann Osula and the Care That Works Coalition. This is a great day. And we know how much tremendous perseverance and work it took to get here. And so this is about how to realize your vision to help this community that needs this resource more than anything. And so I just want to thank Congresswoman Presley, Mayor Wu, Councilors Lujan and Mejia and Fitzgerald, because we are amazing and thankful about the partnership with Boston Medical Center, because you guys have been amazing partners. And we also, I think as a hospital, are thinking a lot about how do we look beyond the four walls, right? We know that health happens in communities. So what does that mean? How do we start to think about, because we at the Boston Opportunity System or BOSS Collaborative, we know that we can't do this work alone. And so as we think about having that lasting impact on patients and their lives, we are recognizing more and more that it's more than just compassionate healthcare. It is about building wealth in communities, ways in which we can acknowledge wealth is health. And so that is why we are so proud about this child care center, because it's not just a child care center, it's about investing in a Black woman entrepreneur. Ways in which you and your vision, you have the vision, we are just here to have your back. And so what are the ways in which we can show up every day to make that a reality? And so I just want to acknowledge that your vision of not just childcare, but childcare at off hours, because that will benefit our patients, our employees, that will benefit the community, and that's a critical need. And so all of us at BMC are so proud to be part of the Kitty Corner and Care That Works Coalition, and we're here to see the next stage. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much, Megan. Let's give her and the Boston Medical Center team another round of applause. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Lindsay McCluskey. I am the Training Program Director at Building Pathways. Also a proud member of the Care That Works Coalition, convened by Community Labor United. Some of you already know this, but I was actually the first organizer to start the Care That Works Coalition. When I worked at Community Labor United, and it's so inspiring to see how the work has grown and built power for our communities and for our unions. The Care That Works partners originally came together to address the barriers to employment for single moms, and this goal developed into an innovative idea to have unionized family child care providers, members of SEIU Local 509, open during non-traditional early morning hours for workers who are entering into union apprenticeship programs, the pathway into prosperous careers in the union building trades. We have learned many lessons along the way in this work and have developed deep sisterhood together in the process. And we've definitely hit some road bumps, but we've continued to push forward, because that's what happens when you have a powerful group of determined women working together. And yet this pilot has always been about something bigger. It's been our way to model our vision of a new child care system, one that works for all workers. We know we all need to fight for universal child care that reflects the true needs of working families, working class communities, and child care providers. This fight, I know we're all in this fight together, and I feel like, I've moved on from my role at Community Labor United, but this will always be my fight. I started this work at CLU without any children. Now I have two of my own who are 6 and 2 years old. Yes, out there for the moms.
I've experienced firsthand the failures of our childcare system. My childcare costs monthly are more than my housing costs. And the constant juggle of my work schedule and managing drop-offs and pickups is a weekly stressor, as I'm sure many of you can relate to. But I've also experienced the joy that comes when you find a bond with a childcare provider, someone that you trust to help you raise your own children. It can be one of the most intimate and incredible relationships you can build with someone. Seeing your kids go off someplace every day that they love to be, and where you can see that they're thriving, is an amazing feeling. And it takes a very special and skilled people to create spaces that make children and families feel that way. So I am incredibly honored that I get to introduce one of those people today, the woman we are all here to celebrate. I first met Ann Osula in the early days of the pandemic, and I was interviewing some family childcare providers about their experiences with the pandemic and thinking about reopening their programs. And she told me about what a scary time that was for providers, both the virus itself, but also the stress on her business that the pandemic was causing. But what I really remember from that conversation is Ann telling me about how when her program closed and she knew that the families in her program were struggling, she cooked for them and she dropped off food at their homes. And we all can tell, I think, from hearing about Ann today, that she cares about her community. And she does this work because she loves her community. She's a leader both in her community and in her union, SEIU Local 509. And her work in opening Kiddies Corner at this location here today will create new opportunities for families in this neighborhood, families who want to build better lives, who want to develop their careers and support the future of their children. And for that, Ann, we are so grateful. So please welcome Ann Osula, the owner of Kiddies Corner Child Care Center.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I think the slogan is, when we fight, we win. Yes. When we fight, we win. This is an example of winning. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you. I'm short of words today, but I tell you, every person that has spoken ahead of me, all the distinguished guests, Mayor, I'm so excited to see everybody. I'm so happy today to see everybody here and my families that are standing beside me. I have some of the children here. Most of these ones have graduated from our daycare. This daycare, I started the journey, the childcare, to be an educator in Boston since about over 11 years ago. Before that, in my native country, Nigeria, I lectured French in college. But coming here, I found love teaching the children. And I think this is where I want to stay. I don't want to stop doing this. And I'm so glad today that the support that I get from people like Ayana Presley, Lucy, in fact, Community Labor United, everybody. The love that I get from you setting up this little place, because I still have a bigger dream than this, and I know you are here to support me. I'm glad. I know I can make it. I know I'm not just a black woman immigrant that came about 20-something years ago to Boston and just work menial jobs before I got here. I'm proud. I'm proud to see everybody here. Thank you. I'm humble. I'm humble to see all of you. I'm so happy. So these are my babies. Stay happy. You happy? So everybody's happy to be here. So I have some of them here. I just was able to bring some from the family childcare. This center is just opening, so we didn't be doing enrollment at this time. So, but I don't want to talk about my story. It's a long one. And I don't want to bore you. It's cold. So I'm just going to recognize some people here that made things happen. I want to start with, not by grade, but I want to start with the last speaker. She was the show that I cried on, I'm believing. She was the one I was like pouring my heart onto. She calls me and I would talk, and Dr. the two of them, when they call me, I'm like, oh my God, it's pandemic. I'm sitting in here, I'm not getting any funding, and they tell me, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. And today, it's okay. I can tell you, they gave me wonderful support, so it's okay. So I'm gonna say just thank you without talking. We're gonna present flowers to some of them, and I try to. I'm not a botanist, how is it called? So I didn't read a book in college. I read languages, so I try to understand what they meant. All the time I receive flowers from my husband, and I didn't know what they meant. I just said they were beautiful. But today, I asked them what they meant, and they told me some things. And with that, I'm going to present some of these flowers to you. I was told that yellow flowers, yellow roses, that yellow means partnership. So I'm going to present this to Megan, the yellow one. So I know, I'm not saying she's the only one that partnered with us, but Boston Collab is the one that I want to present the partnership to, because we're going to be watching children from Boston. Thank you so much. I also heard that they told me red was love. So I get red. I'm giving a red one because we love her so much for what she does to our community. To Ayanna Presley. I didn't learn all of them, but I think those are the most ones that I know. But I'm also gonna give a pink one. To me, pink was always love to me, but it's not right. So I'm gonna present the pink one to Mimi. Thank you. So, we don't have the whole Garden of Eden, but we have some. We have some, and we cannot stop. We have to give some. So, Lindsay. And because I don't want to keep everybody waiting, I'm just going to present this to our mayor. And this is Boston Strong. I was told yellow and blue is Boston Strong. Presentation of roses, like I just called her name, I think I jumped the rope. That is our mayor. This is the person that, when I was told that she might come, the office has not confirmed yet. I made a statement, I said, don't worry, she's gonna come. I said, because she is there for everybody. She's the one that, when you're looking for progress, and I'm not saying other people don't do it, but I can just tell you, don't worry, the mayor is going to get this happen. And that's the kind of person Mayor is. And I want to thank her especially today and welcome her to this grand event. And tell her thank you for what you do for the children, for the schools, for our labor union, for the care that works, for Community Labor United, everything that we ask for, you are always there for us. We know how much you stand with us, and we welcome you today. Thank you. Mayor Wu, everyone.
Hi, everyone. There's not much more to say after our incredible speakers have already gone, and especially what a community treasure and gift, Miss Ann. Thank you so much for all that you do, and we are going to be with you as big as your dream is now, we want it to get 10 times bigger, and we're going to be here for that as well. So we are with you. These are the best types of events, out on the street, out in community, and celebrating something that's going to matter to so many people. I don't have to repeat how much it takes to be a parent, especially these days. The roller coaster of what it means to feel so much love, so much growth, so much stress at times, and add to that being a working parent, and add to that the gap that exists particularly for communities of color in our city in terms of childcare access, and add to that having a job as an essential worker or frontline worker where you're not working just 9 to 5, and it was impossible to find that help that was, again, helping everyone in our community until Care That Works. And so this has been, as the Congresswoman said, a long, long journey of you all educating all the policymakers while organizing out in community and refusing to accept that things just had to be how they were before. We are here today because of your efforts, because of your leadership, your vision, and most of all, your fight. So I'm really proud to be here alongside these other amazing policymakers like the Congresswoman. I remember back to all of those sessions that we did a long, long time ago, and now we're in a very different place, but also having some of the same conversations, so we just gotta keep going faster. Alongside City Councilor Julia Mejia, City Councilor Ruth Lujen, Councilor-elect Fitzgerald, welcome, thank you. I think, and I saw in the back Revere, City Councilor-elect Juan Jaramillo, congratulations, we're so excited. And I'm also only here because of the work of our amazing cabinet and administration, these two powerhouse leaders, Trin Nguyen, who is the Chief of Worker Empowerment for the City of Boston, Krista McSwain, who's the Director of Early Childhood, who are always trying to find every possible way we can just keep building. So thank you to all of the labor unions represented here. Thank you to all the coalition members. Thank you to all of the families who are here. We know that this is going to have impacts far beyond the incredible young people who are going to get to grow and learn and be themselves, far beyond their families, far beyond this neighborhood. This is about creating a model that we are going to see adopted around the city, around the state, and even more broadly. So to Ms. Osula, who is a treasure for all of us, and thank you to our partners, Boston Medical Center and Dr. Sandell. This is an investment the City of Boston was very proud to make. The City Council allocated a historic ARPA, a Federal Recovery Fund allocation that was supposed to go to helping us recover from the pandemic. Most cities spent that on just trying to plug their gaps or fixing roads or bridges or other infrastructure. The City of Boston and this City Council saw that childcare is the infrastructure that everything else is built on. And so we're going to keep these investments going. Thank you so much for what you all do.
Okay, time for the ribbon cutting, everyone. All right, so how's this gonna work? We're getting the ribbon and the big old scissors. Thanks, everybody. We're gonna do the ribbon cutting. You're right in the right place. Hi, Avery. She came to my childcare when she was 6 years old. Oh, I love it. Is she gonna cut the ribbon? Okay. Okay, so do you want to announce this?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. I just have two things to add. Miss Darling, thank you. We forgot your roses. It's in the garden. So also the ribbon cutting is gonna be assisted. They're gonna assist the mayor. The girl who's gonna assist her name is Miss Avery Colum. She came to my child care when she was 6 weeks old. Miss Avery, everyone. There she is. We're gonna join. The mayor. Go with her.
Yeah, I'm taking it this way.
Yes.
Yeah, she should go. They want to do something.
That's why I should go this way.
Yeah, they want to see the. Yeah.
We're gonna stretch this in front of everyone who wants to be in the picture.
I'm coming in. I want to be step on the side. Right in the back. No, come in. Ready? Dr. Sandel?
All right,
It's a present.
Count it down. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
all right.
I'm bringing some of the kids from the family tracker, so they're on their way. They're gonna sit in here and make some noise.
This is the kitchen, eh? It's a mini kitchen.
This is just somewhere to serve the food when they supply them. There's a place that brings us here down the street. They cook for schools.
Oh, so that's a lot.
Yes.
Lucky girl.
Yeah, we contract the cooking. Because I cannot. I need an industrial kitchen. That's even better for me. So this
Just
was
another thing.
yes, yes.
But
This Miss Ashley, this the assistant director here.
hi, how are you?
So the other teachers are not mostly they're not working today, but only Harry is the one recovering. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
Very beautiful.
Thank you. I tried to bring some.
Yeah.
I wanted to rock my. school flag.
Oh, is it right? Oh, so sweet.
When you, no, she's 21. No, when she's 14. And not the
When she's 18, she'll be and when she's 21.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah. Come on.
go.